Hi, I'm Rob Blum, creator of the BlumSafe, and today I'm here to show you my new baby, how to install the display door, which allows you to see your watches while the door is locked and closed. So now let me show you how we're doing this. This is the solid door that comes with your safe. I'm just going to open it, and there it goes. You'll see that there are two screws for your hinges, up here and up here. The first step to do is, well, first of all, before I start, don't do this with your watches in your safe. Always remove your watches from your safe before removing and putting in the new door, because I don't want you by accident to scratch one of your watches if the door slips out of your hand. Okay, but I'm going to be lazy for this. Okay, so I'm taking that screw off. This screw I already took off, just for display purposes. You might have to shake the safe a little bit for this hinge pin to come off, okay? Then you just lift the safe gently, just open it up and lift the safe gently out, lift the door gently out and remove the door and set it to one side. That is step one. Also, take your hinge bolts out. You will be using them later. Step two. This is your display door. You'll notice that there's protective paper on the windows to protect them from being scratched. We'll leave that on. We'll take those off at the very end. Okay? Don't worry about that. That's the door beeping. That's no problem. So the first thing you do is you put the door in place, the display door in place, and you take your bolt, you know, the hinge bolt, put it into the bottom bolt holder and into the bolt holder on the safe. So the bolt holder on the door, the bolt holder on the safe. Take the top hinge pin and fit it into the top hinge holder. Now you screw this in place. There's a screw already in the hinge holder on the door, and just hold the bolt flush, and that will hold tight, and just that's tight. Now I just tighten this one on the bottom. Okay, and that's all she wrote. So that's it. Okay, now we're going to work on taking off the paper. Okay, you'll see on the outside, away from the hinge part of the door, there's these two screws at the edge, at the right edge or left edge, depending how you're looking at, of each window. See those two screws? Okay, so those hold the window in place. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to remove them. You know, I'm going to remove the screws, slide out the window, take off the plastic, and then put it back in with some two-sided tape that I'll show you in a second. I'm just going to do one window because you'll get the idea from one window. Obviously do it with both windows. Be very careful with your screwdriver. You don't want to accidentally pierce the paper and scratch the window. Okay, so I'm taking my Phillips screwdriver. That's just my old door beeping. Don't worry about that. Okay. By the way, I'm wearing the Seagull 1963 Pilot's chronograph. Beautiful, beautiful, very inexpensive watch. Nice movement also. Okie dokie. Now, you see this part came off, the screw came off, save the screws, you don't want to lose those screws. Okay, now I just slide that out, okay? I'm going to start this here, but basically, and I don't have good fingernails, but you'll get the idea. You just peel that, that's kind of like a tape that just peels back off the plastic. This is the trickiest part, but it's not terribly tricky. We give you this double-sided tape. Basically, it's going to fit in the inside part of the frame, just a couple of small pieces. And we already put one here, and we already put one at the end. Just a sliver, okay? This keeps the door in, this keeps the window in place tightly, so that it kind of pushes it towards the front. So just take, and you don't want it to be visible in the window, obviously. So you want to, cut a small piece that's, relatively low. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this and take this and cut it. Now, you don't take both sides of the tape off. Just take one side of the tape off, if I can. Ah, there we go. Teeth always work. And then, if you're catching this, I'm putting it on the inside part of the frame all the way down near the bottom. Okay, because again, I don't want it visible in the window. And again, I'm only taking one side of the tape off that goes against the window, against the frame. I'm leaving the paper on this side so that the door slides in easily. And I'm also going to do the same on the top frame. A little piece here, a little piece there, and then we'll just slide it in. And where is the window? Since we already put it in, we put the tape in the top already, so I was just doing this. So you just want to kind of push that tape in when you push the window in so that it stays nice and tight. And that's it. Now we just screw this back in place, the frame back in place with the screws, and we're all set. Okay, now that the windows are in place, all you have to do is you pull down on these tabs and put the batteries in, AA's. This one is for the lock mechanism, this one is for the lights. Please use high quality AA batteries for the lock mechanism. The lights, you can use the batteries, any kind of batteries really. It's not critical, but the lock is important. So we've put that in there. Okay, let's close the door. Now I'll show you how the light works. It's this black button here, you turn it on. You want it off, you turn it off. If you leave it on if you just walk away and leave it on, after 15 minutes, the light will automatically turn off to save batteries. So that's a cool feature we wanted to do in the safe. So that's it. Any questions? Don't hesitate to contact us. Our website is BlumSafe.com. We have our support page there, and you can always get a hold of us at support@BlumSafe.com. Thank you very much, and we really appreciate your confidence in us and patronage. Bye-bye.